simplify each expression. Assume that no denominators are 0. All right, let's start with the quantity x squared y raised to the third power. Now, whenever we have an expression in parentheses, if there's more than one term in there, we know from our exponent rules that we can distribute the exponent to each term. So let's do that. So the first term is x squared. So now that term, x squared, will be cubed. And then we have a y, which will also be cubed. So we're distributing the 3 to both of these terms. And now we simplify further. X squared raised to the third power, you have another exponent rule that says a power of a power allows you to multiply those powers. So we have 2 times 3, which is 6. So we have x to the 6, and then of course y to the third. We can't simplify that any further, so our result is x to the 6 times y to the third. Okay, let's try another one. The quantity 2y to the fourth raised to the fifth power. Now again, we distribute the exponent. Now in this case, sometimes it's easy to forget that it is necessary to distribute the power to coefficient or numerical terms. But we do have to distribute the 5 to the 2, so we have 2 to the fifth. And then we have y to the fourth, that quantity raised to the fifth. Now 2 to the fifth simplifies to 32, and we have the same rule that we used before, y to the fourth raised to the fifth. We multiply these exponents, so we have 4 times 5, which is 20. So our result is 32y to the 20th power. Okay, now in these two examples, the terms we were given were multiplied together. What happens if we're dividing terms? So for instance, if we have x over y squared, that quantity to the fourth power. Now, it's the same idea. The game is not really changing. We still want to distribute the 4 to all of the terms, except this time they're in the numerator and in the denominator. So we have x to the fourth divided by y squared raised to the fourth. So we distributed the 4 in both cases, and then we simplify like before. In the denominator, y squared raised to the fourth power, 2 times 4 is 8, so we have y to the 8th. So our result is x to the fourth divided by y to the 8th. I've got one more example for you. This one involves both multiplication and division. You can see we have a fraction here, and in both the numerator and the denominator there are 2 terms. So we're going to have to distribute the 2 to 4 different places. So the problem is 6x to the third divided by 5y to the fourth, that quantity raised to the second power. So we're going to distribute the 2 to the 6, to the x cubed, and then in the denominator to the 5, and to the y to the fourth. So 4 different places we have to distribute. Don't forget to distribute the square to the numeric terms, the 6 and the 5. That's important. All right, simplifying, 6 squared is 36. Then x cubed, when we square that, 3 times 2 is 6, so we have x to the 6. In the denominator, 5 squared is 25. And then multiplying the exponents again, we have y to the 8th, which gives us a result of 36 x to the 6 divided by 25 y to the 8th.